A new hero has come to Lords Mobile, as well as a very large update to the game. It's just dropped today and we're going to check it all out. Let's get it! What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Lords Mobile video, and today, guys, it's update day. Absolutely. The May update, which has now become the June update, was kind of sneak peek to us about 2 weeks ago. We had a stream on it a couple of weeks ago where we talked about it and what things we think the prison's going to do, etc. We had loads of different ideas, but there's lots of questions which we don't know the answers to. First of all, I'm going to go and take a look at the sanctuary, which I'm setting up right now. We're also going to take a look at the prison in this video as well and work out how that works. What boosts do you get, or what benefits do you keep if your leader's captured? That's a big question we couldn't really answer because the wording from IGG was like some kind of cryptic riddle. So we're going to try and work that out today by doing some testing. There is also a new hero that has come to Lords Mobile, plus a pretty good user interface update across the board. So there's plenty of stuff to go through in this video today, so I hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like on the video and let me know down in the comments what you think of this update, alright? Now, first of all, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to test out the sanctuary and see how this whole thing works. Now, as you can see, what I've done on the screen there is I've put some camps out with some tier 2 troops, just enough to fill my infirmary capacity, which is currently sitting at 498,000 troops. Now, the reason I've done that, of course, is because the way the sanctuary works is once your infirms are full and you hit something or you take a hit, then you don't lose all your troops like you did before. They're not 100% red dead. The sanctuary will go ahead and save some of your troops, which is pretty cool. I mean, the only way you're going to give someone full red deads now when you attack their castle is if you completely fill their infirms and also fill their sanctuary as well. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. For rally traps and solo traps, you're definitely going to be loving this one. But the question is, of course, how many troops does the sanctuary save? I mean, is it 10%? Because that would be a small amount. Is it half? Is it nearly all of it? I don't know. So we're going to do a bit of testing now the infirms are full. So I'm going to go ahead and put 100 troops out onto a tile. Now, of course, that 100 represents 100%. So we get a good clear indication of exactly what kind of percentage the goddess is going to save for us in the sanctuary. Now, as you know, when you normally attack stuff, 60% is what gets saved and 40% goes to the grave. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it's going to be another 60-40 split. Well, we're going to find out soon. Rhinox just come in and hit, and we get a little tutorial here because it's the first time we've activated it. So as you can see, they take refuge in the sanctuary, which is located next to the darkness thing. And then when your infirmary is full, you can't feel any more wounded troops. Don't fret. Yeah, some will be saved by the sanctuary. You can invoke Divine Resurrection, which is cool. Devotion is required to use Divine Resurrection. Devotion will accumulate over time when you have troops in the sanctuary. You can also earn more devotion by completing divine tasks. That's really important to know, guys, because you will only generate the devotion when the troops are in there, so you can't stock it up and do a quick fast heal, you know. And check out how many troops have been saved. That's the quest. We'll come back to that in a sec. 70 plus 10 on the Divine Providence, so which you have to wait for. There's a time limit on that. You have to wait. But I mean, hang on a second. 80 troops have been saved. That's an 80-20 split. What? That's massive. That's a huge amount of troops that's just been saved. My gosh. Now, as you can see, I need to try and heal him, and I've got no devotion. And for the sake of the video, I'm not going to wait for it to regenerate. So I'm going to go ahead and hunt a monster and get one of the tasks done. Now, do bear in mind, and there's something I do bring up a little bit in a minute. I'll show you. Basically, it's only going to cost like 140 devotion to go ahead and heal these troops. Okay? Now, these tasks that are below are like 12,000 devotion each. They're pretty heavy. Some are 18,000. Because obviously when you really use this for real, you're probably going to have a lot more troops in here, and they're probably going to be higher tier troops, so you're going to need a lot more devotion. But for now, if you know, a small amount like this, it's not worth doing just in general. It's just for the sake of the vid. because I'm wasting so much devotion by doing this. But we just want to do it so we can see. So I got some good stuff from that, some gems, very nice indeed. Let's go back to the sanctuary, and as you can see, the quest is done. It's a bit like Guildfest all over again, and there it is. It just says there, excess devotion will be forfeited. You can't store that stuff. So if you're thinking that you can take a massive hit and then quickly fast heal this sanctuary, you really can't. You've either got to wait for it to auto regenerate, which is actually faster when you actually heal all your troops in the infirmary. So if you want to wait for it, you can heal all your troops in the infirmary and it will regenerate a lot quicker per hour than it does when the infirms are full. My infirms are full right now. You can see I'm getting 1,120 per hour, which is quite low. Alright. But again, you can boost it with this stuff. As you can see, there's various different quests available. Some are really easy. I mean, gather some stones. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Only 450. But the most important thing I'm looking at right here is the amount of troops potentially we can save. You can see the storage is 1.25 million. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of troops. Now, I'm just checking the number here because I want to make sure that I do get every single one of those 70 troops back, alright? 716 is the last 3 digits at the end of my tier 2 infantry. 716. So we'll heal these in a second and we'll make sure we did get the 70 troops back. So it seems that 10% of whatever you send, if you got full infirms, will go to the Divine Providence or whatever it's called. You have to wait for that to come back on a time limit. And then 70% goes here for you to use the devotion to resurrect. That's crazy stuff. That's a high amount of troops. I think people are going to be a lot less scared hitting people and worrying about losing troops. I mean, and it's going to be really good for the big boys when they're soloing the big forts at Wonders. They're going to be able to send so many more solos before they have to even consider healing, which is really good too. Because the sanctuary will save a bunch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another 10,000 down, alright? I'm going to get Rhinoc to hit another 10,000. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to make it a fair test. I want to double up on what I'm doing just to see if it is actually 80% of troops get saved. Because it might be random. It might be depending on what she feels like. She might have woke up in a bad mood. She might say, nah, 20% today. Or it might be like 70% another day. So let's just do it again. There's 10,000 tier 2 infantry on there. If this is 80% saved, then I should have 7,000 in the sanctuary to heal, and I should have like, what is it, 1,000 on the left hand side. There it is. It's 70% goes to the resurrection and 10% goes to the providence, 20% goes to the grave. And check it out, 7,000 tier 2 requires 14,000 devotion to heal. Alright, and that's for 7,000, so it's double for tier 2. I'm guessing tier 1 will be the same, so 7,000, 7,000. But I guess what we really want to know is kind of like, how much does it cost to do tier 4? We're going to check it in just a minute. I want to know how much tier 4 is. I'm guessing tier 3 might be 3 times as much, maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and heal these ones. Let's get these out of here. So again, look how easy it is to get some devotion here. Gonna go ahead and just knock these quests out nice and fast. Jump over to the admin ones and it's gonna pop up when it's done. Keep watching. Admin quest rewards, and then here it comes and boom. I think it's already popped up actually. Oh no, I've got another one. There it is. Divine task complete. Cool. So that's done. Let me just finish off these admin quests while I'm here. Might as well. And we jump back out. So now I've done that. I've opened up another divine task. Go ahead, hit complete. That's 18,600. Beautiful. I get 14,000 of course because it only allows you to store, the amount of the value of the troops you've got in the sanctuary at the time, of course. Okay. But there's other quests to do, and again that resets. But once that's all gone, I mean, you're gonna struggle to get these out. You can't buy devotion. You just have to wait for it. So as you can see, we got it. We can go ahead and resurrect that 7,000. What do you think about that, guys? What do you think about that? The fact that you can save 70% of your troops. I'm actually really blown away by it, to be honest with you. The only concern I have, of course, though, is it's all well and good when you're doing a little bit of tier 2 like this, a little bit of like, leftovers or something, or you didn't realise you had full infirms, you lost a little bit extra troops than you needed. But what happens if you actually do hit something with a full tier 4 march and you have full infirms at the time? How much devotion exactly is it going to take? Because I got a feeling it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. And you need to upgrade your castle, of course, to get the most storage. I think at C25 it does it to 1.25 million. And lower castle levels will have a slightly lower storage capacity, okay? So do bear that in mind too. So there we go, 7,000 troops ready to come back. We can go ahead and resurrect those. There you go, looking good, looking good. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and check out the tier 4. Let's have a look at the tier 4 on the Sanctuary and see how that works out. So let's go ahead and send another tile out. So what we're going to send out here, I'm going to do some tier 4s. We'll do infantry. And I'm going to send out 1,000. Okay. So again, this is the third time now that we're putting troops into our Sanctuary. And I'm sorry if you feel this is a bit long-winded. It's just that I wanted to really test this. You know, I wanted to make sure I give you a full, clear picture of exactly what this is all about and how it works, of course. So here we go. I'm just going to scout him to let him know I'm ready. He's just scouting it to check it. And he'll march any moment now to clear my tile. Now, I'm pretty sure after doing the first 2 tests, I'm going to get 700 tier 4 in the Sanctuary, plus another 100 in the one to the left of it. I'm pretty certain of that after doing the first 2 tests. The question is, how much devotion is it going to require? Okay, let's have a look at this a second. So yeah, it's right, 700, 70%, and then 100. Now, as you can see, and just bear this in mind, 700 is 3,500 devotion. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, right? It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 5 times the amount. It's 5 times the amount of tier 2. Now, for example, if you had 1.25 million tier 4 in here, which is very unlikely you'll ever get that amount, but if you did, it would take a lot. It would I mean, it would be 5 times that, which is about 6.2, is it 6.5 million devotion, which would be insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, like, it would take you forever to get your tier 4 back out of Sanctuary. So I would probably say try and avoid filling your Sanctuary up with tier 4. And if it's 5 times for tier 4, tier 5 will either be the same or more. So just be very careful. And check this out. Did you see that? I'm healing right now, and I'm using the auto healer that you can use. It automatically worked out what resources I needed to heal all those troops. And then when it comes to the speed ups, look at that. I just go ahead and press this auto use button, and it basically selects all the speed ups I need to do it, and press use, and it's done. That's another part of this update. It's really cool. It's really cool. It saves you having to go scooting through all the resources, trying to find it all, you know, trying to find the speed ups, does it all for you, and it picks the minimum to do it, which is really, really cool. So as you can see, I'm going to leave these tier 4s in here, I think, and let it just regenerate on its own. But the infirms have been cleared now, and as you can see, that's going up a lot faster than what it was before, so that's good. And then in 3 minutes I can pick up those other troops on the left hand side. Overall, I think the Sanctuary is a really nice update. It's nice in case you get caught by accident to cover you. I think it's really, really cool. But again, I don't think you want to fill that thing up with tier 4, tier 5. You're going to have problems getting them out of there. It'll take you forever. Okay, so I'm going to show you the troop training. Let's look at the troop training. Basically similar to what I just showed you. Let's say I want to train these troops. Rather than having to open up those other resources, and then, you know what it's like when you try and open food? You open food, then it eats it. You have to open more food. You always open more than what you need, right? With this, you press it, and it automatically starts the training with the exact amount of resources you need. And then you go and click the auto for the speed ups. It picks all the speed ups you need, and boom, it's done. You just put this to the max, put the padlock on, and it's like gemming troops. It's awesome. Look at this. Just 3 clicks of the button, and it's chosen all the speed ups. It's picked all your resources out for you. It's not used too much. It's used pretty much as close as it can get to what you have. Just be careful, you know, in case you have all really high resources in there, because it might turn around and put more out than you want. So just be very mindful of it when you're doing it. It does tell you the amount of resources it's about to open before you press it, so you can keep a good eye on it. But I really like the whole quality of life update they've done with the speed ups and the resources selection and stuff. They've also kind of like revamped the way inside the research building looks and inside the familiar building. Look, it looks all different. It's like smaller, they're spread out more. It just looks more polished inside some of these areas, which is really, really good too. And that's all part of the update, part of the user interface update that IGG have done. It just looks, overall, the game, inside all the menus and stuff, inside the research, when you're doing research, etc., it just looks so much more smarter. If you're an R4, R5 and you want to clear your board because someone's wrote things like Worthy has no hair on it, as you can see, you normally used to press the little bin thing on the right hand side. Now there's just one button to press. There, look, the bins. It deletes all the messages on the Diplo board. Who hates having to go through your Diplo board, clicking on every individual message? Oh my god, to try and delete them. Well, fear not, another quality of life update has come in, the multi-bin button. Just delete the whole Diplo board in one foul swoop. Very, very cool. I like that a lot, to be honest with you. And there is also a new hero. Yes, here he is. Magmaroid. Bit like hemorrhoid, but magmaroid. And he looks cool. Look at this dude. He's an infantry attack hero, he's a tank, and he's got gear crafting boost. The infantry attack is irrelevant because it doesn't come with HP, but he does have crafting boost, so it's basically a tier 5 training hero. He's got a whole bunch of AoE attacks which he uses in Colosseum, in large areas, medium and small areas, and he seems to be really resistant towards magic, which is good. He might be good against your magic heroes, potentially. I don't know, I haven't tested him out for that, but I did buy him. I did get him because I wanted to try him out in Colosseum. You know what I'm like, guys, when a new hero comes out, I like to test them out in Colosseum, so I went ahead and I maxed him out. As you can see, he's got a good amount of HP for level 60 at grade, 23,000. He's got a good amount of attack. He's got Pierce and Will as well, which is to do with magic, reducing magic defense. Yeah, reducing magic defense. I mean, that's meh. Magic defense, I mean, it's okay. Reduces enemies defense. I mean, reducing defense. Defense is never a good thing, right? I'm sure it ain't. But anyway, he looks really cool. He looks cool. I feel like he needs to summon some kind of fire horse or something. I don't know. But I thought I'd go and try him out in Colo for you guys and see how we get on with it. For those that are really into your Colosseum, I'm sure you'll be interested to see how he performs. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a few retries and we'll try him out. We'll see how we go. So this, oh my god. Okay, this is not going to be an easy team because it's it's one of those. Oh no, it's one of those like damage per second ones. This is going to be difficult because with Tracker, Crow, and Trickster like that with Rose Knight is pretty good actually. As far as free to play go, that's a pretty solid team. But we're going to try him out. We'll give him the best heroes we possibly can. So he's got Grove Guardian, Law Weaver, he's got Petite Devil, and Rose Knight. Solid team, but we've got him there as well. Plus, it's his constellation this week as well, so he's got a bit of a boost. He's got himself a 50% attack, so that's good. Here we go. He walks really slow. He does a slow punch. Okay, and then he dies. Oh, right. Okay, then. Well, I mean, it wasn't really a good test on the first outing. I want to see his ultimate. I want to see him do something. He walked. Did you see that? He walked really, really slow. And then he done like a slow ass punch. That kind of sucked. You know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for that first one. I'm going to lose this game. Let's just get out of here. I've lost. What? I won? I need to watch that back later. Let's find another one. That was a really difficult team for him. But the tank always gets melted by them 3 range units. This one looks like it might be better. Look, there's only one Black Crow. As far as range unit go, I mean, you got Grove Guardian, but he's grey. Let me try and balance it out a little bit. I don't want to go too OP on it. I'll put a Witch Doll in because that's purple. And what else can we put in? I'll tell you what, let me take the purple Witch Doll out. I'll put a blue Dream Witch in. I mean, yeah, my team is still much stronger, but we'll give it a go. I just want to see what his ultimate looks like. So here he goes. Let's watch him. Watch him again. He really casually walks over. He kind of bowls it with his shoulders, you know. He's like, yeah, what? You want some? He's getting some heals this time. He's going to ultimate. He's going to go. Here he goes. Let's see what he does. Oh my god, come on. Here he goes. And he picks up a rock. He throws it. He does a bit of AoE damage, but he's got like, he gives him like a burning effect. Can you see all the numbers coming off of him? I think it's like a burning effect, maybe. I'm not impressed. I think he set them on fire. I think he set them on fire with that, and they were like burning for a few seconds. But yeah, overall, I don't know about him. maybe at a higher grade, he could be really good. I mean, Don Guapo's not amazing at grey, but if you get him up to like purple gold, he's insane. Okay guys, so now we've gone through the new hero, and again you can look in game and check out all of his individual stats if you want to go further into it, but it gives you a rough overview of what he's like anyway. So the last thing we need to talk about on this update is going to be to do with this prison. Now this was a hot topic in the stream we had, and the question we all kind of like asked each other based on IGG's weird riddle of explanation was, you know, if you lose your leader, do you still get all your war talents? Now look at this. I'm in research gear right now and research talents. 35 days, 16 hours if I wanted to research level 5 Central Command 1. Okay, so this is going to be the first test we do. Okay, test number 1 is going to be testing an administration skill like a research boost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send my leader into Mr. Rhinoc over here. Okay, here he goes. And I am capped. Cool. So now I'm capped. Normally, the way the mechanics of this game worked before was if you're capped, then you lose your leader boost, including the gear that it's wearing, which in this case is research. So if that still is the case, then that 35-day research timer should go through the roof. You know what I'm talking about, guys. You hate it because you can't do no research when you lose your leader. I can't do Guild Fest. I've lost my leader. You know how it is, right? You can't change gear, so you can't go into construction gear, but I'm in research gear, and look, 35 days, 16 hours, it remains the same. So I can't switch to construction, I can't put like my RSS gathering gear on, I can't switch my gear, but my boost does stay the same. But does it work for attack stats on your attack gear? We wanted to know this, I wanted to know this, and everyone wanted to know, because it does say on that message you just saw a second ago there at the bottom, your battle skills do remain for the hero. So it really was confusing. It said the equipment remains and all that good stuff. Well, I've got Mr. Poon Temple over here coming in to give us some help. This is my solo trap, guys. I'm going to hit my solo trap. Duh! Now I'm actually going to hit it with a tier 4, tier 2 march, right, with the leader. I'm in my research gear, so I'm not using my gear, okay, but I'm just going to hit it with my leader. And a tier 4, tier 2 march. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to say too much about my solo trap. But it's tier 4, tier 2, and both of these marches are going to be identical, alright, with the leader on both marches. So here it comes. Poon has actually got his leader in there right now, and he's got his war gear on. He's ready to rock and roll. And as you can see, he's capped me. So let's go and take a look at the report. Now, I'm not going to show you the detailed report because I know you guys want to know the comp, but you're not knowing that until I'm ready to post the video. But I'll show you the outside nut bit, okay? Captured leader, and as you can see, 11.5 million troops, 74.4 thousand wounded. Alright, okay. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, not bad at all, not bad at all. So, alright, cool. So that's with the leader. Now. I'm going to give Poon's leader away. Alright, Rhinoc's going to take Poon's leader, yeah? And we're going to repeat this test. Now, theoretically, if the war talents remain the same and, like, you know, your hero gear and stuff, then it should be a very similar report. If not the same. Alright? If not the same. So let's do that test right now. I just don't want you guys going out there thinking you're invincible without your leader and getting absolutely clapped. So I'm doing this test for you guys. It's all good. So let's go ahead and release my leader so I can send it again. Good stuff. Let's get back out to the kingdom map. Let's go ahead and put my leader on a tile right next to me. And I'm obviously covering that up, guys, because I just don't want to show my troop comp just yet. I hope you don't mind. But there we go. So sending one troop with the leader. You saw the leader at the top, so you know the leader's in there. And you're going to see it anyway because the prison bars are going to come up. There you go. Camp is out. I kept on the recall screen just there, just in case someone decided to get smart and pull in and take my leader. And Rhinoc comes in and we are in prison. Cool. There you go. So this time I'm not going to have no leader. And now we just need to wait for this Prince YT guy to send his march. It was an exciting prospect, actually. The thought of being able to, you know, still be able to defend even without your leader. It was kind of 50-50 from a lot of people. Some people saying that's what it was. Some people were saying, no, you got it wrong. But I think the only way to really test it is to do this. And this way we can kind of nip it in the bud on day 1 of the update. So you guys know exactly how the mechanics are working, you know. You can see clearly it works with research. It's going to work with your passive boosts, like your research, your construction, probably your familiars as well. If you've got familiar gear on, you'll still be able to go ahead and do your merging and stuff. But let's have a look here. So here comes the march. Again, tier 4, tier 2, with the leader coming in. And let's see what happens this time without the leader for Poon. And boom, it's been capped. Alright, cool. So cap both the marches. Very nice indeed. So now, what we need to do is first of all get my leader back, just in case someone gets smart. Alright, let's go ahead and get the leader back, because if someone hits me with a big ass march without that wouldn't be too good. And let's go ahead and release my leader as well while we're at it. There we go. Go on, Stormfox, off you go, back home, you dirty little stop out. And let's go and look at the report. Okay, second report, here it comes. Let's scroll down and... okay, well, 129,417 in comparison to 74,000. So that tells me one thing, guys. You don't get your stats. So guys, do not try and take rallies without your leader, thinking you're going to keep your war talents, because it is not the case. Clearly it's almost double the amount of damage taken without your leader. So yeah, not a good idea, guys. But again, if you're a hyper farm or something, you will still maintain your resource boosts even if your leader's captured, so that's quite good, I guess. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. I think it's a really cool update. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on our way to 50,000, guys. But until the next time, you know how this next bit goes by now, right? Hang on, before I go, let me just put this leader as my leader. I mean, come on. He does look pretty boss, right? He looks good, but from what I can see, he's not that great. Just good for the tier 5 crafting. Anyway, guys, stay safe. And of course, peace out.